From the main menu, select ResultsPlus Analysis at the top of the list, which brings you to the heart of the tool. You will see there are a number of different ways in which you can use the ResultsPlus tool. To analyse by individual student, by looking at your entire school cohort to see how the overall school achieved by paper or grade. You can also set up your own group so you can look in detail at different classes, which we'll come on to in a later video. You can also download all the data into a spreadsheet to use offline. However, the advantage of the tool, as you will see, is how it provides the data analysis that you need for you. All the different options to analyse the data, by student, cohort or by group, are presented in a consistent way, so the system is easy to use. To show you how this is set up, we will now look at individual student analysis. To do this, select Show Me Results for a student. Type in some or all of a student's first name or last name and click Go or press the return key. You will be presented with a list of all students matching your search criteria. Select the required student and click View Student Results to see all the Pearson Edexcel exam results for that student. The ResultsPlus tool brings together into one view a summary of the student's performance across all of their Pearson Edexcel exams. For a qualification and subject, open and close folders in order to see performance in individual papers. You can use the drop-down filters at the top of the page if needed to specify results across the different sessions and qualifications. Where a grade has been awarded, you can see the gradometer bar, which will show you how close the student was to the grade boundaries. Hovering the cursor over the orange bar will reveal the student's score. Hovering over the different grades will provide grade boundary detail. This provides you with at-a-glance information with respect to how close or far the student was to achieving any given grade. To look in more detail at a student's performance for a particular qualification, expand the required field, then select the paper you want to analyse in more detail. This brings you to the main analysis screen, which has a number of tabs along the top. The Analysis tab provides an overview of paper performance at the top with a summary performance at paper level. The paper drop-down can be used to switch between different papers within the subject qualification. This screen shows a detailed question-by-question analysis of the learner performance, as well as comparison data against Pearson Edexcel averages. This allows you to identify strong and weak question performance and help guide the student. Alongside the paper selected, you can see an option to view exam paper, which opens an electronic file that you can review alongside or print out to go through the questions. Remember, you could also make use of our unique free access to scripts portal to download the actual exam script with the student's permission, so you can see exactly how the marks have been awarded in relation to the student's actual exam paper. For every exam question, you can see the student's score out of the maximum mark available. To help your analysis, you can then see how this performance compares to the overall Pearson Edexcel average to provide a benchmark for you to measure against. The performance column helps you see at a glance how well the student performed on each question. The key at the top right of the table shows what each colour signifies. The bar is coloured green if the student achieved over 70% of the available marks for the question, amber if they scored between 35 and 70% of the marks, and red if their score was under 35% of the marks available. You can adjust the benchmark you are comparing the student to, showing the Edexcel average, from the default option of all students that sat the exam, perhaps to performance compared to students that achieved a particular grade the student was targeting, to give you a different insight. The residuals column helps you to see quickly where your students outperformed or underperformed against the Pearson Edexcel averages that you have selected. This gives a visual indicator of how the performance compared. Sorting the data by this column will quickly bring together all the questions to show the learner's strengths and areas of relative weakness that can help them in guiding additional learning and support. For subjects with skills map reports, you can hover over the skill tested icon to see which curriculum topic or skill was tested in that question, or click to go to a full skills map. Again, this is coloured to show the relative strengths and weaknesses compared to the Pearson Edexcel averages you selected for the student. On this Analysis tab, you can sort the data by ILI column to quickly identify strengths and weaknesses and to look at the data in the way that is most helpful for you. Moving back to the other tabs at the top of the page, selecting Exam Docs brings you to the library of all the relevant exam documents. Here you can find all the examination papers, mark schemes, and principal examiner reports for the qualification. Next is the Highlight Report, possibly the most useful tab for teachers, as this provides a summary of the best and worst performance by question and skill or topic area where this is provided. The drop-down menus allow you to select between 1 and 10 questions and to sort these in relation to the Edexcel average, which links to the option you have selected on the Analysis tab, or in absolute terms, which may be useful for high-performing students for you to look at against the paper performance itself. These highlight reports are often used for parents' evenings or to help teachers guide revision priorities for the student. The final tab we will look at is the Skills Map. The analysis for many Pearson Edexcel qualifications includes Skills Map reports, which link students' performance on exam papers to topics and skills from the specification. As we continue to invest in the ResultsPlus tool for our centres, we are increasing the number of international GCSEs and international A-levels that have these. Where this is available for the qualification, the topics and skills are arranged in a tree structure. You can click on headings to see more detail or contract the view to just see the main topics. For each topic or skill, you can see how many marks your student scored and the maximum number of marks available. The same colour coding is used using green, amber and red indicators, so you can easily see how the student performed. Using the drop-down menu, you can filter the Skills Map reports. For example, you can view all the skills rather than just the skills that were tested in this particular paper. The print and export functions at the top right can be used to either print the current screen type layout or to export the raw data to a CSV file. The highlight report has been set up so it can easily be printed to 2 sides.